Present value of an annuity, identifying the variables. Uh, in this situation, let's suppose we borrow $20,000. That's what this is right now. And we're going to buy a car perhaps. And if you go to the car dealership and they say the annual percentage rate is 3%, term is 4 years, and we're making monthly payments, they will tell you the monthly payment is $442.69. And of course, 4 times 12 is 48. You have to make 48 payments. Now we have to translate this into variables. The 20,000 is called the present value. This is actually the annuity. The annuity is the sequence of payments made at regular intervals. 20,000 is the present value of all those payments. In essence, you're trading those payments to the bank for $20,000. You buy the car, you drive it, and enjoy it, etc., etc., etc. Now, the present value, 20,000, is what we call A. We'll eventually connect this with a formula in a couple sections. The payment size is what we call R, 442.69. I is what's called a periodic rate. In this case, it would be the monthly rate. Just like with compound interest. So what we have to do is divide 3%, 0.03 divided by 12. It ends up being 0.0025. You can do that on a calculator. And N is a number of monthly payments. Well, 4 years, 12 months in a year. That's going to be 4 times 12 equals 48. Now we can also calculate the total interest, total payments, sorry about that. And that's going to be 48 times 442.69 equals, I have to reach for my calculator, excuse me here for a second, 442.69 times 48 equals, and that gives me 21,219.12. So you're borrowing 20,000 or giving you a total of 21,000, or you're giving them a total of 21,219. The total interest is 21,219.12 minus 20,000, which is equal to 1,219.12. Okay, that's the cost of borrowing money. You're using the bank's money. Of course, they're going to charge you something. It's a fair and equitable situation. They're charging you $1,219.12. Part of that money gets returned to their shareholders by way of interest on their deposits, and part of it goes to paying bank tellers, bank managers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. 3%. 3% is pretty low for a car loan. You better have pretty good credit to get that. So a credit score of 750 to 800 or above will get you a car loan at about 3%. Car loans a little risky. There's a slight chance if you default on your car loan, you could drive that car to San Diego. They may never see it again. And but it's still, for the most part, if you stop making payments, they can repo the car and recapture most of their money. If you have really good credit, the chance of them having to repo is very slim. So car loan rates will normally be a little bit higher than mortgage rates. Mortgage is safer, much safer. If you default on your house, you're not going to drive your house to San Diego, of course. They can come, they know where to find it, so to speak. The higher interest rate for consumer loan comes with credit cards, of course. That's what's called unsecured debt. You buy a bunch of stuff on a credit card, you go buy a steak dinner, buy some Levi jeans and a shirt, Okay, if you default on the credit card, they're not going to repossess your steak dinner and your Levi jeans. So they write that off, and that's that. So okay, that's all for this fairly simple section. Once you know the variables, next couple sections come a little bit easier. We'll be back with the amortization schedule shortly.